Morning tubers, burn outdoors with a cold in Bansko, Bulgaria. Walking up the mountain, going to go and do a bit of hammocking, hopefully start a fire because you can do that, and not a massive fire, and have a little cook up of some noodles, chicken flavour, yeah. So you know what? Right, it's not the quietest of locations, but I'm right by the river. The problem is I haven't got any proper snow boots with me, and I keep sinking up to my knees in and beyond in snow, so I've got to be careful traipsing through the trees too much. There's some massive snow holes around all the big firs and stuff, pine. So I'm going to continue through here a bit and see if I can set my hammock up somewhere, and the sun would be nice. Right by the river. I'll come back to you in a little while. I'm now in the back and beyond. I'm trying to negotiate through here, but it's so deep. Oh, it's just hard going, so I might have to go back and pick another little spot with a shorter gap for the hammock, but it's a nice outlook, so that's what I'm going to do. Not sure if you can hear me over the water. Right, there's my hammock set up. It's just the right height, just enough room for between those two trees. I've got lovely running water next to me, mountain, fresh mountain, although I probably wouldn't drink it straight, and that view through there. So here I am, just going to get the cook kit out and stuff, knock up some lunch. Now, guess what stupid me didn't account for? Was that the snow would actually melt when the transiers on it, and then put my cup at a stupid angle. What a schoolboy error. Terrible. I'm hot as well, look. Hot and sweaty. Still, I'm trying to combat it, but I don't really know, because it just slips off, because it's at a right proper angle, because I'm probably on a hill here. I don't quite know what I'm going to do, because that's falling off. You can see the angle there, because that's just going to slide off in a minute, I'm sure. But we'll persist. Now, excuse me, that's my view above, in the middle of nowhere by the river, and there's my view here, look. Not bad, is it? Had worse views. It's nice to be by the river. After I've had my lunch, I'll try and get down the side there a bit more through there, but it's a bit dense through there, so, and I'm not sure if I've actually got any phone signal, so I don't want to end up getting trapped in a snow hole and then having to be stuck, because I don't actually know exactly where I am, although my GPS might work. I know roughly where I am. Right, I'm now going to have to fashion me a knife and fork out of some wood. So, let's see if I can find... No, there's no dry. Yeah. I'm in Bulgaria, so I can do what I like. Oh, this one seems dry. Yeah, there you go. Might be getting my fire after all, if I've got any wood left after making a knife and fork. So, there she is. So I'm just going to whittle that down, knock it up, and make a knife and fork. It's got a bit of old man's beardy stuff on here. You can see that. Let's bring it into the light. See? Not sure whether that's going to light, but it's a bit wet actually. That'd probably be alright if it was dry in the summer. Yeah. Right, I've got my Backerwood lock knife with me today, Anglo Arms. Not sure if you can see me there. I've got my stupid Joby. It's a bit wet in the middle. Got my stupid Joby tripod with me, because I didn't have enough weight allowance to bring my other one, and also it's a bit big. But anyway, I'll carry on whittling this knife and fork, and you see me there? I'll carry on whittling the knife and fork, and I'll come back to you when it's done. It shouldn't be too long, to be honest. Very sharp. See you in a minute. Right, I'm still whittling my knife and fork, but my water is boiling. So in goes some lovely instant chicken flavour noodles in 370 ml of water for 3 minutes. Right, she's in. I'm going to leave that for 3 minutes ish, and then you put the what they call soup sachet in, which is basically just a flavouring. So we'll see how that goes, eh? Just going to finish whittling. Right, well, I finished whittling my knife and fork. What do you reckon? made of real tree. Amazing, eh? Look at the detail on that. Mark Emery would be well pleased with that. I might even use those as some blanks and make up a load more and sell them. Amazing. I'm so crafty, bushcrafty. Burton out bushcraft. Burton bushcrafter. Non-bearded bushcrafter. No beard at all, Burton outdoors bushcrafter. Yeah. It's way better with a tripod that you can actually stand up. I'm actually holding this, and that's at such a dangerous angle. I don't know if you can see that. It's like leaning tower of noodles. Maybe a bit too much water in there, but there you go. It's all good fun. Right, there we go, she's done. It's going to be way too hot to eat, so I might plonk it on the snow for a little bit. Then I'll patch on pot noodles. It's very hot, and it's actually like eating raw snot. No, I didn't actually throw it away, I did eat it. It was alright once it cooled down actually. Still not a patch on a pot noodle, but needs must, couldn't find one locally, so that's what I had. Now I'm going to try and start a fire because my hands are absolutely freezing. Temperature's dropping a bit. What's the time? 1:30, 1 o'clock. And yeah, it starts to drop about this time of day, especially when the sun starts going in behind the trees. But I'll give you a little walk around of my day camp. I've got some firewood. I need to find a little bit more that's dry. Come on a little walk with me. There's my bag, look, Burton boy. Come down to the river side. Oh, deep. This is probably deep. I'll be a bit careful. Oh, yeah, big hole. But there you go. The only problem with being near a raging river is that it's bloody noisy. So, do I have a moan about that? Do I have a moan about it being noisy? Probably not today. I like a moan up, as you know, but pretty though, isn't it? Got it all to myself. Let's retrace my steps. There's the sun up there, look. God, hands are freezing. I don't know what the temperature is. It's in town, in Bansko, it's probably about a couple of degrees maybe. Right up the top, maybe -10. It's actually good weather this week. It's turning again next week and there's some more snow. But the lads are up snowboarding and skiing. As you know, you probably don't know, I've retired from that now. Especially now I've got injuries in my... I've got bulging discs in my spine, so the doctor said no extreme sport at all whatsoever. So, anyway, there's my day camp. And I'm going to try and start a fire. Unfortunately, you purists out there are going to give me some grief because I didn't bring my fire steel. And I've got lighters. The worst scenario, I've got a little bit of mess left, but I have got some cotton ball soaked Vaseline things that I brought with me, so that's what I'm going to try. Just a little fire because I can't do it back home, but in Bulgaria you can do what you want. They love it. Okay, there's my base for my fire. It's a real struggle to try and find dead standing or dead trees here. Small ones anyway, because I haven't got a saw or anything with me. But I put down a little base. I want to see how it goes. It might go. It'll last me about 10 minutes, if that. Just for fun. Cotton wool soaked Vaseline. I'm hoping that's going to do the job. Should do. Should have done all my prep first, really. Silly me. It's warm anyway. Can you actually see any flame from this side? It is actually burning. And it is actually quite warm. I think in a survival situation I'd have probably just warmed myself up just about. Might whip that out though, because I think that's wet. That's wet. That's good. Yeah, I don't think it's going to last very long, to be honest. Might do. We'll see in a minute. Right, I'm not going to lie, I did put a tiny bit of meths on it. I think it probably would do okay. It's not a roaring fire, but it is going in there. Trying to keep downwind of the smoke, upwind of the smoke. It is a bit wet though, stuff I've got. But it was an experiment. You can actually feel that heat under the hammock, believe it or not, a little bit. Quite chuffed. bit smoky Joe now. So I've gone and buggered it up, didn't I, by turning it. But it's just the inside the wood is, some of it was dry, but it's just really wet. But generally I think it's doing alright. It's actually pretty hot. I think if you just need to dry off and warm up quickly, it probably would have done its job. It's all moved off the base now, that's the thing that's worrying me. So let's try and put these there. Ow, ow. That's not helping, is it? The cold snow on the ground at all. Well, it was an experiment that went fairly well. I mean, if I had to have survived, if I'd broken my leg or something, then I could have kept myself warm for a few hours at least. Okay, so I cheated and used Vaseline stuff and a little bit of mess that I had left. But I don't really care. I wasn't in a survival situation, but I could have been, and that would have sorted me out. So there. These Gimmars tree huggers, they were good. I've sorted it out properly. Shane from Isle of Wight Bushcraft actually told me how to do it properly, so thanks Shane. I think that's properly. I mean, on a short gap you do have lots of excess, but brilliant. I think it's worth the extra weight to bring them along, to be honest. Because with my other straps that came with this day hammock, there's no way I'd have got them around that tree and the other one because it's quite big. I did have to sort of tree hug a bit, like a tree hugger, to get the tree hugger daisy chain Gimmars things through. So with my other straps I definitely wouldn't have done it, so therefore I wouldn't be sitting in my hammock now. Unless I'd used a bit of paracord to bodge it up. But yeah, there's a fire right next to me. I can actually feel the heat, although it's not raging heat. It would help keep you warm, that's for sure. If you sat around it, opened up your coat into the smoke, it would be a bit smoky, but it would certainly warm you up. The tree's swaying up there, look. I'm swaying a little bit, but I've tried to stop it, but see it swaying in the breeze. Now, this is a lovely location, but I think overall I would get wound up by the noise. I know I wasn't going to moan about it, but I've just had a moan about it. It would actually do my head in a bit, being so close to too much noise, because you can't hear anything else. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now, I suppose the ultimate test would be to see if there's going to be any hot enough coals to boil water on. I might try that in a minute, but I don't think they're going to be good enough. We shall see. Let's see about the water boiling, shall we? See if it does enough for a coffee. Oh, smoky. I don't think it will, personally. Got a load of ash in it now anyway. I'll come back to you if it boils. The coffee boiling test was a complete disaster. The water boiling. It's gone out, and the reason for that is that I did it on snow. As you probably are all aware, my base was a bit crap and you can see where it's spread out around. Originally there was a tiny hole where my trangia was, so I've learned by that. I don't know what I could have put down though, because there wasn't many logs or tree. I mean, I suppose if I had a saw it would have been easy, but I haven't, and I didn't. All I had was my lock knife. So no coffee for me, just water. Lovely. Anyway, I'm going to chill out on my hammock a bit more, and then probably wander back down the mountain before it gets dark and I'll get eaten by wolves. The obligatory takedown of the hammock video clip. What was that? Less than a minute? I think that was less than a minute. Oh no, it's 2 minutes 14 so far, but ain't really walking up and down. There you go, all packed away. See you in a minute. Right, chappies, chapesses, tubers, non-tubers and subscribers. That's probably going to be it for today. I might show you some other bits of Bulgaria in here, maybe, if I remember. I've still got a few days left before I go back to the UK. So, most enjoyable day. I've had about 4 hours, about 4 hours out today, so nice relaxing time in the hammock, and just a generally brilliant day. Thanks again for watching, really appreciate it. Thanks again to my new subscribers, also appreciate that. I'm on the increase, small tiny increases, but I never even thought I'd get over 100, so the more the merrier. Hope you enjoyed it. Stick some stuff in the comments if you want. Diss me about my fire making. I really don't care. You heard what I said. I like a moan up. I can't help that. It's in my nature to moan. Anyway, God bless.